Hey, what's up, guys? Dave just got back from the gym. Pardon the attire. I just shot this quick video from a phone call that I just got. It inspired this video. And it has to do with wanting to serve and help people who just don't want the help. So many of the people that we run into, that we know without a shadow of doubt, it's like the people who require what we have the most are the ones who are going to be, a lot of times, the least open to it. And my first few years in this industry, I struggle with that so bad. I'm just like, you just need to do this and everything will be fine, and you can't do that. And so suck all your energy and you gotta, you give to the people who deserve it, not who need it, right? I just got a phone call, and I work full-time at home, and I got a phone call, and it's from an accounting firm, and this woman was just like a robot. And I get that their business, it's an accounting firm, it's a CPA firm, it's going to tend to attract those kind of, systematic left brain kind of people. But she gets on the phone and doesn't really connect with me, just starts reading this script and says, we're a CPA firm helping small businesses and blah, 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 blah. And, we just wanted to give you a free analysis. And she sounded like everybody else, right? Pretty calming. Okay, so what I did for the past 2 years also on the side was I was a consultant for Tony Robbins and Chet Holmes Business Breakthroughs International. And we actually taught people how to change that pitch so that when they called on companies, they used market data instead of product data to say, hey, first of all, we taught them how to get people to actually listen and not hang up on them and say, hey, this is David Lombard. And then the person's like, hey, like subconsciously thinking they know who I am or who you are or who the person pitching is, but they're like, hey, who the hell are you, right? So anyway, the first part of that, I was going to help her with that, but then I was going to help her with the most important part, and that's with this idea of education-based marketing that says market data is more motivational than product data, where instead of telling me how she's going to give me an analysis on my stuff like everybody else, she could have said, hey, listen, it's Nina. Hey, Nina, like with that confidence and like I'm supposed to know her, like, hey, Nina. Oh, and then she could have said, Dave, I want to give you I want to get you booked for a free, 20-minute executive briefing on the 7 biggest trends that are currently affecting your industry. And if she, first she should have dug and asked me specifically what my industry was and just said, okay, I just wanted to confirm. I wanted to book you for a 20-minute or 30-minute, whatever, executive briefing on the 6 biggest trends, crucial trends that are currently affecting your industry in 2012. And, we've got a bunch of your, she could have done some research. Your competitors on the list for their briefings, we wanted to give you yours. That's baller, right? And I learned that from working with those guys. And I was just inspired when she called me and the way she did. And I was like, hey. And as soon as she was done, I go, okay, stop. I'm like, hey, Nina, if you want, I can give you a way to, like, you can get people to opt into that and connect with you, like, 5 to 10 times more than what you're getting right now. And I was going to teach her that role play that I just did. But she was just totally not open. And she's like, well, sir, what kind of business do you have? It was like, I am data, And I tried again. I was like, just relax your shoulders. No, I didn't really get into that. But I was just trying to tell her, I'm like, are you open? I'm not selling you anything. It's man to woman, human to human. Let me help you out, right? It's totally not open, hung up. Here's the funny part. I go in the kitchen, right, and I hear the phone ring, and I'm on my way back. Just made a little cup of organic coffee here this morning, and I come back, and there she is. She's in such robot mode. She didn't even realize. She called me back, and she left me a voicemail. She'd actually called a previous time when I was on a conference call, on my morning mentorship call, and I called her back and had that conversation. Well, she called back while I was in the kitchen. She called back. And she left me a voicemail. She didn't even recognize my voice because she wasn't trying to connect. She's just in like robot mode, just like everybody else, right? So I called her back. I knew she wouldn't remember. And she's like, oh, hey. So, yes, we're an accounting firm and we want to. I'm like, Nina, I just talked to you. You got to connect. you gotta connect with people, and I can help you. I can give you a couple quick tips. And I typically just don't take the time and do that for everybody, because if you say yes to everybody, like that video I posted that Gary Vaynerchuk just talked about, saying yes to everybody, you're never gonna get anything done. I was just inspired to help this woman. I don't know, something came over me. I just want to give her a couple quick tips. And so she was just in shock and embarrassed that it was me again. And immediately a guy gets on the phone and goes, "Hello?" I'm like, yes. He's like, "Who's this?" I'm like, he's like, "How can I help you?" I'm like, "I don't know. I was just talking to Nina." And then he goes, "Well, no, you were calling the blah, blah, blah." And I was like, "Yeah, Nina's great. I just was going to give her a tip or two if she was open to it, if you guys are open to it, where you could get like a lot more people opting into your offer." I mean, I'm not selling anything. I just, before I got on my next call and my next event here, I just want to give you guys a couple of tips. And he goes, "We're not interested." So, more of this long drawn out story, and you will never see me pretty much most of the time do videos this long, is that, sometimes the people who we know need it the most are just the most unopen people. They're just not open at all, and it baffles you, and it might even irritate you a little bit. But that's the name of the game, and that's the test, to stay grounded and stay even keel with your emotions and realize that not everybody's going to want what you have. So I hope you guys have an awesome hump day. Today's Wednesday, or whenever you're viewing this video, and we'll connect soon. Oh yeah, click down below. I'll probably have a blog post relating to this. So go click on that, read that, leave your comments below, and I'll talk to you soon.